In this first experiment, we are going to see or deal with undamped longitudinal vibration of spring mass system. So the main aim of this experiment is to determine the natural frequency, that is Fn, of the given spring mass system. So if we consider a spring mass system, okay, so there is a rigid support to which a spring is fixed. So then we had the masses, okay, on the pan, and when we disturb the mass, so give it a displacement x, so that the mass of the spring extends by some length. Then because of this displacement x, it keeps oscillating, the system keeps oscillating. So the natural frequency with which this oscillates is known as the natural frequency of spring mass system. So what are all the apparatus which is required to calculate the natural frequency of spring mass system? So the first and foremost, we need a helical spring, stopwatch to note down the time period for number of oscillations. Then we require a scale, weight and pan in which the weight is. So initially we have to make the following observations. So the first one is mass of the pan. So in kgs you will note it down. So next one is the initial length of the spring, that is without the pan or the weight. So it is so much mm. So we will make note of these 2 points before starting the experiment. So next, coming to the tabular column. So the mass of the pan remains constant for all the readings. Next we have the mass added. So you can keep on increasing from 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, can go on as per the weights available. Then the total weight is nothing but mass of the pan plus mass added into the acceleration due to gravity, that is 9.8. We'll get the weight added in Newton. So we'll make a note down of that in this column. Then comes the final length. So once you add 1 kg load, the spring will extend. So the final length of the spring is noted. Once you add 2 kg, it will extend more. The length is noted down in each case. So then we will be calculating the deflection. How will we calculate the deflection? It is nothing but the final length minus the initial length of the spring in mm. So as we keep on adding the weight, the deflection also keeps on increasing. So then we just give a small displacement to called x. We just displace the mass by x, okay, and then we note down the time required for 10 oscillations using the stopwatch. So that is time period for 10 oscillations in seconds. So then with the help of formula we calculate the theoretical frequency. So how is theoretical frequency given? It is given by 1 by 2 pi root of k by m. So here k is called the stiffness of the spring. So the value of k is obtained from the load versus deflection graph. So we have the load versus deflection graph in the tabular column. We just plot the values, so we get a straight line. So taking the slope of the load versus deflection graph, we get the stiffness of the spring, is delta y by delta x. So that becomes the stiffness. So then we have the mass which is already added. So using this k by m, that is 1 by 2 pi into root of k by m, we have the theoretical frequency in hertz. So finally we will be calculating the experimental frequency. So the formula, so since we are measuring the time period for 10 oscillations, I have the experimental frequency given by 10 by t. If you are measuring it for 5 oscillations, it will be 5 by t. So respectively, so number of oscillations is taken on the numerator divided by t. Okay, that is the time noted in the stopwatch. So finally you can even calculate the percentage error. So this completes the theoretical explanation of the experiment. So this is the experimental setup for undamped longitudinal vibration. So to find the natural frequency of given spring mass system. So here we have already clamped the spring on a rigid stand. So this is the weight pan where we are going to add weight. So before doing this, even before adding the pan, I have to measure the initial length of the spring using a scale. Okay, that is the C scale. I will just measure. So it will be coming around 21 centimeters. So once I do that, that will be the initial length of the spring. Now what I do is, after adding, so I am adding 1 kg load here. So I have added 1 kg load. Okay. So now I will be noting down the final length of the spring. So it will be obviously greater than the initial length of the spring. So I will be noting it down. in mm. Then finally, after placing the 1 kg weight, what I do is just give a DC. So now it starts oscillating. So I just use the stopwatch now. So just bring it to rest once again. So to note down the time here. So now the time is 0. Okay. Finally, you will note down the time for 10 oscillations and you will note down the time and try to calculate the theoretical frequency and experimental frequency. So that ends the experiment. Thank you.